Susan from ediblewildfood.com on this glorious autumn day. And today's video is going to be about the white mustard. But first, thank you and welcome for being at my channel. I greatly appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, if you like this video, please consider subscribing. Give the video a thumbs up, and to all my loyal subscribers, a big thank you from the bottom of my heart. But enough of that, let's go. Let's discover the white mustard. White mustard and other species of mustard were cultivated thousands of years ago as a condiment crop. And today, in Canada, we have over 680,000 acres of this plant growing in Western Canada. It first came to Canada back in the 1930s. I think it was 1936 was the first year that it was seeded. And since then, it's just been a very popular crop to grow. We have the great conditions here, and I'm sure in many places across the United States as well. I'm not focusing in on the mustard right now because the scenery is just so beautiful. But anyways, a lot of you might be saying, well, okay, so we have all these acres of white mustard. What about it? Why has cultivation have anything to do with foraging? Well, that's because, all right, so animals don't eat this, but the birds do. And when the birds eat the seed of these plants, they make deposits. This is not an area I would forage from, but I'm going to show you a different area. This is an area that I do forage from. It's categorically known as a waste area, but it certainly has some white mustard here and there. Not a lot of it, but there's enough. So the use of mustard seed as a spice has been known from the earliest recorded times and is described in Indian and Sumerian texts that date back to 3000 BC. Mustard plants are mentioned frequently in the Greek and Roman writings and in the Bible. The mustard seed is actually a symbol of faith, and the seeds are very tiny. In fact, what I'm going to try to do is collect some and show them to you at the very end of this video as a still image. If I can do it. If you don't see it there, I wasn't able to do it. Hippocrates, among other ancient physicians, used this plant because it was quite valuable. That peppery tasting compound in the seed is well known as a counter irritant, inflammation modulating action, and it actually works, according to many, to help with arthritic and rheumatism complaints. And these plants also help with general circulation. Let's see if there's anything over here. During the 20th century, whoop, I'm not watching where I'm going here. It rained earlier and we've got a bit of a dipsy doodle. Anyways, during the 20th century, the use of mustard as a spice or condiment grew to, there's one there, the extent that mustard became by far the largest spice by volume in world trade. And I'm going to have to go around. I'm not walking through that. This is a plant that primarily comes from the Mediterranean region of our planet, and it has made its way around the world as a crop as well as a wild edible. You can see that there are some honeybees here enjoying it. Its Latin name, Sinapis alba. Sinapis is Greek for mustard, and alba is white. I'm doing my darndest to show you a close-up of the flower. The wind is picking up, and it makes it a little difficult. And let's see, the seed pod as well. There we go. The beginning of the seed pod is very immature at this point. But once cultivated, the seeds, let me just make sure I'm focusing here, But once cultivated, the seeds are, of course, used for mustard, in salad dressings, and a variety of other condiments. And depending on where you live, some people have become exceedingly creative to create some incredible tastes using the seeds. And there's another one there. But what's very interesting, I think Chance is telling me, let's go. What's very interesting is that these seeds are also used as a water binding agent and protein extender in prepared meats. Ah, there's another one over there. It's also used as feedstock for biodiesel production and for different industrial applications, because the seed coat, it has the mucousy emulsifying properties that are quite beneficial. Let's see if I can focus in where I don't have the wind. There we go. Now for identification information, please refer to the link below. Yes, from a distance and even when you're close up, it can be very difficult to tell the difference between the various species of mustards. And the good news is they're all edible. And their appearance though, the taste, it can often be exactly the same, and it's really hard. I hope to be working on a video this winter to help show you the differences between the different species. Wintercress is by far one of the more common ones that look like this, and I'll put a link to that below. The good news with this plant, all aerial parts are edible, aerial being the stem, the leaves, and the flowers, as well as the seeds. And you can use these in pretty much anything and everything, from soups, stews, sautés, sandwiches, you name it. You could collect the seeds if you had the time and inclination to do so. But again, I've said that before earlier in this video. The amount of time required to do that is a lot and really not worth it. But on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video. Chance and I thank you for watching right to the very end. And if you like this video, please remember, give it a thumbs up and be sure to share in your social media. Thank you, everybody.